Okay, hopefully that fixed the issue. All right, we're trying it again. Some of you said you're having problems. So we'll let people show up now. And hopefully we won't have as many problems. Let me know if it's working now, because I had a lot of people saying it wasn't working before, so I just deleted and restarted it. This will probably be a little shorter than usual, and I'm going to be up front. If anybody asks, like, hey, can I see this snake, or hey, can I see this snake, I will not be able to do that today, because I can't even get to my snake room. I am on, they put me on muscle relaxers, hydrocodone, you name it, I'm pretty much on them. I've got some stupid patch on my back, and I don't even like taking meds. But whatever I did, my back is toast until I get an actual better opinion. So, yeah, too many ones, too many for me. I don't do. We won't need that. They're not going to come all the way out today. I don't do pain pills typically, other than like some Advil. So, we are going to cut eggs though, because we do it live all the time, and they're pipping. I was able to get to my incubator, and I fell on the damn floor down there and had to like use shit to pull myself back up. So yeah, what happened? I was actually doing a little workout. I know, funny for a fat guy, but I was, and we have to take this PT test to work, so I was making sure prepping for that. Part of that includes falling over on your back and front and everything else. And I fell over on my back and tried to get up, and it popped, and that was that. And then I was laid up. And usually I'm on no meds. Like, I'm not usually on any meds at all. They put me on meds in the ER today. Cause I didn't go in last night. I had to skip the K State game today. Today, I was dressed for it, but couldn't go. Completely fucking sucks, but it is what it is. So, I'm going to pass this over. Well, yeah, right? For full service. Well, no, it's because I made a promise. You know, I said we always cut eggs live, and most of them are pippin'. So if I'm going to do it, I got to do it, right? Uh, I haven't had an MRI yet. I actually had a chiropractor appointment the morning it happened, and I see my chiropractor all the time. He worked wonders for my constant back and hip pain, fixed it right up. I have not had an MRI. The hospital refused to do one. They gave me X-ray and said nothing's broken, which I said no shit. And they said go see a different doctor. Then when they ordered an MRI during the week, you can come back and get one so we can bill you twice. Because yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on it. Let me pass this off to the great question girl, and she's going to actually film the cutting, and she'll ask any questions. So there you go, dear. Do you want this thing? You're on a short leash, remember, too.
Okay.
So as long as I'm my kitchen table.
Hold on. It's mirroring me.
Oh, it's mirroring you?
Nope, I got it.
You got it fixed? There's a little button. You see
Yep,
it?
I got it.
You already got it?
Yep.
All right. So what this pairing was a calico to a bumblebee. And so, of course, the prize would be calico bees. Calibees. I've never made a calibee. I did this clutch last year, and I got some calico spiders, but I really want a calibee. So we're going to try to work on these guys first. We're already kind of poking out. Give them just a little more room.
Thanks for all the question and answer, girl love. I love it. Congratulations, Lincoln Exotics, on your first. You cut a clutch too. Very proud of you. Exciting.
It is exciting. There we go.
And Jason,
hey, looky there.
If you're interested in purchasing a normal, they're all available on our Patreon page. They go for around $20 on there.
Not around. Usually are $20.
They go for $20.
Unless they're a head or something interesting. Look at that. That's a pretty cool looking one. It's going to be really hard in these to tell if we have the true calibee unless I see the tail. You know, because until the color comes in fully. But that's a good sign. Now let's see if this one who's really kind of stuck in there. Sorry, little one.
And for those of you who are also on Patreon, just to show how
we will go live on Patreon
uncomfortable Matt was last night, Kurt and I fed, and you'll get a special edition of Question Girl doing Feed Your Fiend.
Yeah, that video's not ready yet.
No, it won't be ready for a little bit, but so don't expect a whole lot. Why are the eggs on plastic? Laura, great question. We are actually elevating them off of the
Oh, there you
perlite
go, buddy.
to help make sure that moisture doesn't get on the eggs, which causes molding. But the perlite works as a great way to regulate humidity within the tub because we add water to it. If you go onto the channel and search like egg setup, egg clutch setup, what do you call it?
Incubation setup.
Incubation setup. There are some awesome videos on how to
Cool,
set
let's go
up
ahead
your egg
this
tubs for incubation.
Tell you a better view of that one. Wait a minute here. Yeah.
What temperature do we run our incubator, honey?
I run it at 90. Run my egg tubs at 90. Sometimes you gotta adjust your incubator to get your egg tubs where you want.
Philip Smith, you don't want to know what I did to Matt to cause this injury.
Dude, if she caused this injury, we'd be getting a divorce. That's how bad I hurt.
Depends on where I caused it.
If you hurt me this bad anywhere, we'd be getting a
Okay,
divorce.
okay. All right, he's obviously grumpy. He's
That
not
will
feeling
probably
good.
end up, hopefully all that turns white and we end up with a pastel calico there. That'd be nice. Whoop. We'll see. We'll see. I've never hatched pastel calico either. I just got a bunch of calico spiders last year.
Sweet.
Which are cool.
It's beautiful.
Well, I'm not ready to say that's what it is. These will take a... Well, you were...
Can I, like, pull it back a little bit? Like, a little more?
Did this one fucking die in there too?
Oh, no. Do you have two, Dad?
No. It'd be one.
Then why did you say did this one die in there, too?
Well, I've had them from other clutches. It just feels like it's
Okay.
all twisted and stiff.
Okay.
Nope. It just is out of room. Woo!
Woo!
It was just so tight in there. That's a big baby, man. Give you a little more room. I don't know if you cut them that big, but that one was stuck. Like, its body was rigid and stuck, so it needs some room to untwist. And I don't know if it could have gotten out of there on its own. Woohoo! That's a,
When do we
so
get
good.
to see them out of the eggs?
When they come out the egg, we'll do a clutch update video. Then we'll have them out.
Axel, Dwarf came in and Reaper are doing good. I got to feed Sobek this morning with leftovers from feeding last night. Whatever didn't get fed off last night and survived got to be breakfast for Sobek this morning. So,
This egg feels stiff. That's not always a good sign.
are the sugar and the calico the same gene?
I think they are, but I've only ever worked the calico line. That one's alive in there too, doing good. Beautiful, beautiful. Now that one's going to be a nice. All right, one more to go. I hope none of you ever get the same back pain I got.
I'm going to back up and wait for him to cut this one so I can get a better angle.
Yeah, we'll go through and show each one.
While I'm waiting, I'm going to go back through, see if I missed any questions.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
All right, so let's go over what we know. This one here, it is hard to tell calico on lighter color snakes until they come out and they shed. You can look at the tail pattern and whatnot. So that one's definitely got a pastel in it. Don't know if it'll be a pastel calico or not. We'll see. This one is a spider, likely not a spider calico. This one is a bumblebee. We'll see if it's got calico in it. And I feel good about one of those bees at least getting lucky for me this year. And I think this one has a good chance of getting lucky for me. Another little bumblebee. Boop, boop.
Okay, and what's this clutch? It's a calico bumblebee, correct?
It's a calico bred to a bumblebee, yes.
So they're calibes.
Calibee is the best thing you can get, yes. Now, see how high up we're going here? I'm pretty confident when this comes out, this one will probably end up being a calico spider. There's probably the tail, so that's likely going to be a calico spider. We'll see for sure when they're all out. And that was one that was in there like super tight, I believe. So look at the head on that one. How cool is that? Really blushed, really nice head. So And the tail gives you a good indicator. This is another spider, but this one I don't think has calico in it right now. I mean, we'll know when it comes out for sure, but just seeing, I'm not seeing very much white on the sides right there, but I can't see a lot. And then another one here that is looking to be very possibly a calico spider. And again, it's because you can see the really high white there, you know, but it's really hard to tell at this stage, so.
Yep, Flomo, if you go and look at our previous videos, there are some how to make your own
reactions.
incubator videos previously made with instructions.
So, and again, and I know somebody's probably already complained about it, that we don't cut these eggs and cut the whole tops off and razor the whole tops off. And I cut some of these actually, like this one and this one, more than I normally do. This is more typical of what I cut open, or this flap here. And there's a reason why I do that. The reason I do that is when you cut the whole top with the razor off the egg, it looks great on video. It really does. Like, I look at those like, man, that's a good way to do it. It looks cool on video. But it can also force that snake out. And some of the times when people complain about cutting, they don't absorb all their yolk, this and that and this and that. That's one of the causes of that. Is because you're taking that whole thing, like this one here. I've done that to this one. But I did it to that one for a reason. I honestly thought it was having a problem. So I wanted to open it more and make sure it could get twisted around. And truth be told, I'm probably going to open it a little more because it was having a problem, but it's good now, I think. When you only cut a small flap like this, you get a peek in, which is what you really need. You can't always tell the morph, but that's not that important. You got to give it a touch, make sure it's going to react. See it react in there, so I know it's alive and doing well. I can kind of close it back up, and then when it's ready to come out, it has a hole pre-cut. It can come out very easy, even with an underdeveloped egg tooth. Its chances of getting stuck in there and drowning are lower because it already has an exit. You know, this year I had a baby pip before I cut, because I usually wait till 1 or 2 pip, and I didn't even know it pipped because it pipped on the side of an egg that was up next to another egg, and it just sat there and tried coming through, and it couldn't, and it died. And it died because it couldn't get out of the egg. Had I cut the top of that egg, that snake probably would have made it out. I didn't do it because clutch wasn't ready yet. It happened to be the first one to pip. So there's kind of that. That's why we cut small. People bitch at me every time, and I'll be honest. And I'm probably a little grumpy today because I am in, my pain level right now is probably a 3 or a 4. When I stand up or do anything, it hits a 9. So there's that. But with that, I do these videos because I want to be transparent. I don't do these cutting videos for entertainment purposes. This does 2 things. One, it shows you our successes and failures in this transparency in breeding, and it prepares new people coming along for those failures. We have a dead baby, thank God. We don't have any in this clutch. It made my day a little bit better. It also, if you were to purchase one of these, you have a birthing video of your snake. How cool is that? That's why we do this. We do it because we said we were going to do it. Entertainment value on this is not my goal. Because I feel that doing this on an entertainment value way, where you cut the entire top off and you fully expose that baby in there, and it looks good, but I feel that that's not in the best interest of the snake. If I thought it was, I'd do it, because I would love to be as entertaining as I can and in the best interest. When those 2 things don't marry up, then I'm going to side on what I think is best for the animal. So if anybody wonders why we only cut small holes most of the time, like that egg and that egg, that's why. And I'm going to continue to do that. So people complain every time I do one of these videos, and I always have to address it. I don't know why. Probably being more of a jerk about it today, because like I said, I just feel like shit, and I'm on hydrocodone, so there's that. Any questions?
We've already hit all the questions that we're going to
Cool.
take. I'm going to cut it short tonight, guys.
No, if there's more questions, go ahead. I'm fine sitting here. Now I gotta go to Patreon anyway, so we can take a couple more. I'm good with that.
I think, like, is the pastel just a pastel, or do you think it's a pastel calico?
Oh man, I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm really hoping it's pastel calico, but I just can't see enough of it. And the problem is, you know, pastel, the sides are pretty light anyway, and the calicos come out that pinkish side that turns white with a few sheds. And so to make a full determination, I'll probably actually wait until that snake sheds. Now, if I was more experienced in those combinations as babies, I might be able to make that call now. I've seen a shit ton of pastel babies come out of an egg, you know, but I haven't seen that many pastel calico babies come out of an egg. Actually, I've seen 0 come out of my eggs. So it would be early for me to make that call. But trust me, when we do the clutch update video, I'll know by then, and I'll show you exactly what I'm seeing and how I'm able to determine that. Because Calico is one of those genes that honestly, when it's in its first few sheds, sometimes it's very easy to spot. Sometimes in the combos it's not, but it's going to be with age, typically. Now it's hard in the champagne stuff all the time, but with age you're going to see it because it just kind of gets better with age. And usually I find if you pay attention to the tail of a snake, that's where Calico will tell you it's there. So like when that pastel comes out, I'll be able to look at the tail and I'm able to make a determination right away. If the tail pattern's a complete, arborant mess, then I'll know it's Calico. It does the same thing on spiders. There's some highlight that comes on the spiders off on the back you can see. So I'll be able to make those determinations pretty easy. The ones that I'm really going to be slow on are the calibes. Calabee's a snake I've always wanted. They are so freaking cool looking when the yellow comes in and then the slow high white. So I'll be honest, there's a good chance if there's a Calibee in there, I may keep it. I don't need it. Last thing I need is more damn spider. You guys know I love spider. I do love spider. I'm a spider advocate, and I'll do an entire video again on why I'm a spider advocate, because it's getting ridiculous what people say about spider. They just don't work with it. You have people ripping spider who literally don't work with the gene. So if you don't work with it, and you sit there and rip it, you're just regurgitating other people's shit with this much experience with it. Just saying, or you're finding that one video on the internet of a wobbly, super screwed up spider. Well, okay, they're out there, but they're not as prevalent as most people think they are. Anyway, that's a whole other topic. But I'll end up keeping one of those because it's a snake I've always wanted. If there is only one Calibee, it'll likely stay. Unless it's a male, then I'll probably have to go ahead and sell it anyway. So, anything else come in?
Nope, we're gonna call it a night.
We don't have to call it a night. Something, go ahead and ask.
No, we're good.
Good?
What's coming in is not related.
Not related?
Not related.
All
All right.
Thank you guys. We'll catch y'all next week.